Now the dog's out walking. Yeah, the dog's out walking. Yeah, the dog's out walking.
Today we're talking with Jessica Wheatcraft, who's an expert on Pitbulls. She's a professional dog trainer and she's also a trainer for Pitbull Rescue San Diego.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So firstly, I wanted to ask you, how did you get involved with Pitbulls?
5 years ago, when I wanted to adopt a dog of my own, I was looking for a Labrador Retriever or some sort of mix. And so I accidentally fell into the Pitbull thing by going to look at a dog that I was interested in adopting, who is a Lab Mastiff mix, according to the rescue. So I go up there and I walk in the door and I look at this dog and I was like, oh, she's a little smaller than a Mastiff Lab mix, but I was like, well, I really liked her. She had a great personality, and so I took her home. And then I found out that she was a pit bull. And so
you started researching about Pitbulls?
Yeah, so I started doing research on the breed. Really discovered a lot of the prejudice and stuff that these dogs face. And I think the experience with having my own dog, I was just, all the things that I had read and heard about pit bulls as far as them being aggressive, all the typical myths and stuff that you hear didn't add up with my own dog. And so I started realizing, I'm like, I think this is wrong. And so then I started getting involved with people that were supporting pit bulls, things like that, and that's how I got involved with Pitbull Rescue San Diego. So I started volunteering for them. I helped with adoption events. I started fostering pit bulls in my home. From there, I kind of just fell into it completely by accident. I really have always just felt this drive to stand up for pit bulls and kind of dispel the myths that surround the breed. And so I've done the volunteer work with Pitbull Rescue, and now I've started doing Pitbull seminars to help educate people about the breed and to really get the facts and the truth out there. So yeah, I think Pitbulls are just one of the coolest, definitely one of the coolest breeds out there. Isn't that right? Yeah. Good job.
So what are some good training tips for specifically pit bulls?
It's not all about, exercise with these dogs. They're so smart and they're very, very, very quick. So clicker training really complements that because you kind of get the best of both worlds. Lots of mental stimulation, and it's really easy to teach them new things. Another thing that's important with all dogs, but particularly pit bulls and terriers, is teaching them how to relax themselves so they can calm down. Terriers, as a breed, they go from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. So it's important to be able to teach them how to relax their bodies. Something that I've done with Harley is I've taught her an exercise that's called Relax on a Mat, where she learned to relax her body all on her own. One of the cues that I use when I tell her that I want her to relax is I take a deep breath. And then she takes that cue from me and it's like, maybe I should relax right now. So I'll go ahead and show you how it's done. Come here.
That was awesome timing.
So this is the easy button. We're going to ask Harley to do a couple of behaviors, and then we're going to ask her what she thought of that, if that was easy or not. And of course it's easy for her because she's a pit bull and they're so darn smart. So let's go ahead and see how she does. Spin right. Good job. Spin left. Good job. Spin right. Good. Bang.
Oh, sweet.
You wait. Good. Ow. Nice work. Roll over.
Awesome.
Hey Harley, how was that? Good job. Take a bath. Good girl. So this is one of me and Harley's favorite tricks. I taught her this one kind of as a joke. A lot of people don't feel safe around pit bulls. So I taught Harley how to spread them so I can pat her down. Make sure she doesn't have any locking jaws or anything on her. So we'll go ahead and demo it right now. Spread them. She's all clear. Another common misperception about pit bulls is that they're responsible for the majority of attacks on people, as well as the majority of the fatalities. A big reason why people have that impression about pit bulls is because they hear about it so much in the media. The media, however, is not a reputable source about information, and particularly about dog attacks. One organization that I really like is called the National Canine Research Council. And the National Canine Research Council was founded by Karen DeLeese. Karen has investigated every single fatality in the United States for which information was available. She has found that pit bulls are actually not responsible for the majority of attacks on people, and that there's several different factors that fall into a dog attack and not so much of the breed. That's a point that I think is very important to make in order to help people understand why do dogs attack in the first place. It doesn't have anything to do with the breed of dog. The studies that Karen has done has shown that in 90% of dog attacks that resulted in a fatality, there was 3 factors involved. One of them, what was the purpose or the function of the dog? Was it used as a guard dog? Was it used for breeding? Or was it used for some sort of negative function? The other one was the dog spayed or neutered? That was another big factor. And the third one, which is one of the most important components, is was the dog a resident dog or was the dog a family dog? That's something that it's really important to clarify. A resident dog is a dog that lives on the property but does not live with the family. These dogs are dogs that are kept outside, they're chained up, they're not allowed daily contact with the family. Family dogs are dogs like mine. They live in the home, they get daily contact from humans, they've had training, they've had medical care, and I have a bond with these animals. You cannot expect a dog, a resident dog, and a family dog to behave in the same manner when faced with a particular situation. So these are some of the things that Karen has uncovered in her research, and I think it's so important that people start looking away from the breed of the dog and actually start focusing on why are these dogs attacking to begin with. So her website, it's nationalcanineresearchcouncil.com. She's got all of her statistics on the site, and she's got a lot of information that you can't find anywhere else. And so I'm a huge fan of her. She has also written a couple of books, and you can also find that information on her website. But just so you guys know, there's a couple of really good books out there regarding dog attacks and dog bites. A couple of them are 2 of them by Karen DeLeese. The first one is called The Pitbull Placebo. She wrote that one. She also wrote another one called Fatal Dog Attacks, the stories behind the statistics. A third one that I really like is called Dogs Bite, but Balloons and Slippers Are More Dangerous, and that is from Janice Bradley. And so all of these books are very thoroughly researched, and in my opinion, the best facts. Pit bulls can be very impulsive, so teaching them manners and being consistent and giving them structure really helps them thrive. So, all right, let's go. Can you wait? Okay. Yeah.
Now the dog's out walking. Yeah, the dog's out walking. Yeah, the dog's out walking.